All right. Many of you may have noticed last week I was not here on the anchor desk. Hopefully you saw some of my reports, because last week I went to Puerto Rico to see the devastation firsthand from Hurricane Maria.
Yeah, so many people still have a lot of questions about what's going on. So, we asked you to send in some questions, and I know, Vic, you've been getting a lot of them in person, and we just wanted to kind of talk to you about your trip. I had the chance to sit down with Vic at lunch on Friday, and it was just, some of it was really hard to hear, about what you went through being there, and you're only there for a few days. Mm-hmm. These people don't have the option to leave and come back. So talk about the conditions and what you experienced.
So we felt it all, but first of all, I want to preface this with, I would never complain, because what people are dealing with down there and will be dealing with for the next 6 months, year, possibly 2, is just unimaginable. So what we went through was just a small sliver of it, but we flew down with the U.S. Air Force, the Georgia Air Guard, the 165th Airlift Wing out of Savannah, Georgia. We flew from Savannah, Georgia, up to Pope Air Force Base in North Carolina to pick up supplies and troops, and then we flew overnight, about 5.5 hours, down to Puerto Rico. We landed in San Juan. The sun was coming up, and you could just smell the sewage. You could smell just the remnants of this storm out there. They're using generators to keep the airport running. Very difficult. We went out there and we had to find transportation. We waited a couple hours. We found a vehicle, but we could rent a car, but it didn't have any gas in it. So we just had enough to go. We started to go through San Juan. We went beachfront, and we just saw the devastation. We saw wind damage like I'd never seen before, just because this was so strong. We're talking about 150 to 160 mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, we're seeing some of the examples of
so what
the
you're
video
seeing
that you
here is Toa Baja and Toa Alta. And you hear so many people talking about San Juan. That's the big city. That's the capital. That's where the resources are. People there are doing so much better than people in other parts of the island. Our goal was to venture out and to go to these small villages, the towns where the stories hadn't been told. And that's where it was really devastating and heartbreaking, to see people that just did not have the ability to get help. I asked, has FEMA been by? Has the government been by? Many of them told me no. And the sad thing was, I was in a blue polo. They thought that I was FEMA. They thought I was the government. Now, they were very happy to see the news, noticias, as we call ourselves down there. I tried to speak Spanish to them and let them know, because out in those small areas, very, very few people speak English. But they were happy that we were telling their stories. There was this one gentleman, he was in such bad shape, Nikki, and he walked us down the street probably 10, 15 minutes to show us his home that was destroyed. The water went all the way in there. It was everything he owned, just destroyed.
Was that the gentleman that was sitting on the guardrail while you were doing? Yes. So I remember that specifically, because that was just heartbreaking. And then watching the people that I think we're about to see
here. Right here. Yeah,
they're dipping these buckets over, into a creek, and that creek can't be. It can't be clean.
No. And then down below, there's a family washing their clothes in there, and he says that he needed this to flush his toilets, to bathe, and these people. It's not a third world country. These people here specifically, they weren't particularly poor. They had a nice vehicle, but they still didn't have the resources because of where they lived. So, we gave them what we could. We only could pack the food and the water that we could carry on our backs. We gave them some of our rations. Unfortunately, they're going to be dealing with this for so long.
They are. And here's the thing. So when you hear about us talk about a lot of these fundraisers and different events that are coming up, it's still very much a need, and it's going to be for weeks and months. And thank you for going. And I know you're going to be bringing more light to this in the coming days now that you're back.
Yes. And we're going to release some ways that we can help. I'm trying to brainstorm, trying to find the best way to do it, because it's just not an easy fix. So I'm going to be doing some charity stuff, some fundraisers to help those people. I will never forget about the people of Puerto Rico. There's going to be national controversy. There's going to be talk about other things. We're not going to forget about them, especially the people in those small towns and villages.
All right, we'll be right back after this.